they're easily manipulated people who are being controlled by this narcissistic woman who has some sort of control. I read her body language. They're all weak. They're all weak people. She's like, feel this shit. Hit this thing. A bunch of bullshit. She's a charlatan.
That's conjecture. We don't know if they're all weak.
We don't know anything on this show.
You, my friend, just entered the house of Podray. Sorry, I'm reaching from a beer. Counsel, you may approach the bench.
An order in the court.
Guilty, guilty, not guilty. This is Cringe Court. If you use Spotify or Apple Music, you can stream this wherever you are.
Out, damned cringe. Hell is murky, and we are here to clean it up. Welcome back to Cringe Court.
Woo!
All right, good. Let's introduce our lawyers for today. We have Sean, say hi.
Hey.
We have EatItKatie, say hi.
Hello.
We have Spencer, say hi.
Hello.
Special guest today, we've got Stanzi Potenza, say hi.
Hello.
All right, very well. We've got Allie as our court artist. We have Grayson here as one of the jurors, and we have Max Crandle as a juror. Say hello. All right, we have a busy docket of cases today. There's a lot of cringe for us to take care of, so let's get right into it. Today's burden of proof is a lot more elaborate than the last one. Anybody who has to prosecute a case is going to hold on to this to show that they are the prosecutor at the time. First up, we've got comment court. Let's see what our fans have to say. I do feel like y'all should revisit Lunchly. I get it, targeted towards kids, but that shouldn't stop it from still being cringe. Also, I like my cheese drippy, bruh. That's all I need to say. Got it.
All right.
So on today's episode, we will reopen Lunchly. It's worth saying that I believe that our podcast was the first to break Lunchly as a mold-containing product a couple weeks before Rosanna Pisano's did.
Does that not look like mold right there?
Oh my goodness.
Oh no. I was rooting for them.
Well, I don't know if that's mold. That could be dye from the packaging.
Oh, okay, cool.
Not
It's
that
just
it
dye
makes
from
it
the
better.
packaging. Never mind.
No, not that it makes it better, but let's just sort of go.
Can we? I think we should show the camera that.
Although I say it might be dye from the packaging, that's still unacceptable for a food product disseminated to children. There have been many reports that Lunchly is a mold-filled product, and there's rumors that the product is being pulled from shelves. Let's run the clip.
No way! What?
Yeah.
No,
So-
chat, that was actually mold. That's 100% mold. I'm so sorry. Oh no, do you see it right there?
Barely.
Do you see it? Sealed and it's molded. What is this? I'm not lying, dude. Don't open it yet. Don't open it yet. That is 100% mold. No
Yeah.
way, dude.
So it's not that much mold, but it's still proof that these items are moldy, which is still, any amount of mold is bad in a product mass-produced this way. So we here at the Cringe Court have had time to process Lunchly, and I personally believe that everything surrounding it is very, very cringe. Everything from the marketing to the presence of mold, poor packaging. I believe that KSI having an absolute meltdown over Dan TDM doing one tweet is extremely cringe, and I honestly hope the product fails. So, EatItKatie, what do you think about Lunchly?
I haven't tried it yet. I actually haven't found it yet. I keep going to different stores. Oh.
Oh.
Well.
You keep going to different stores?
I keep going to different stores to try to find it so I can do any kind of review. Where did you find it?
I found it at a Ralph's right by my house. I just bought it and I used it to make fun of Lunchly, and it's been one of my hottest videos this month.
Well, it's either sold out or they yanked it.
Yeah.
So.
Sold out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think the problem with Lunchly is that it was created by people who don't care about food at the end of the day. None of them are chefs. They just wanted a quick product, and it takes no effort to just look at a product and say, I'm going to make that with just my branding on it. So I wish only the worst for Lunchly personally, and I'm ready to commit to a verdict if we just want to agree that Lunchly is cringe. Does anybody have any dissenting opinions? Officer, Counsel Bray?
Your Honor, go ahead.
Stanzi, your opinion on Lunchly?
I think they should die.
You think they should die. Excellent. So, as our first ruling for today, we have reopened the case of Lunchly. Comment court has decided that Lunchly is, in fact, very fucking cringe. All right. Very good. Wow, that is...
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, that is fucking great.
Fuck it up, dog.
God, I feel like a god now. So for our first actual case, we're going to be assigning the prosecution versus defense. So the first prosecutor will be Sean. Sean, go ahead and hold this. We're going to talk about a gentleman named Hinchcliff, I believe,
Tony Hinchcliff, yeah.
Tony Hinchcliff, who did a very cringy set at a recent MAGA event. Go ahead and play the clip.
People, I welcome migrants to the United States of America with open arms. And by open arms, I mean like this. It is absolutely wild times. It really, really is. And, you know, there's a lot going on. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah. I think it's called Puerto Rico. Okay. All right. Okay. We're getting there. Again, normally I don't follow the national anthem, everybody. This isn't exactly a perfect comedy setup. It's absolutely wild to see. And in Texas, stuff is really, really crazy. We're right there by a wide open border. Where are my proud Latinos at tonight? You guys see what I mean? It's wide open. There's so many of them.
Got it. We're gonna hear
the laugh in the background, got me.
We're gonna hear opening statements from Counsel Barrett. Tell us, why is this cringe?
Listen, Tony Hinchcliff is a roast comedian. That is what he does. In a place where you go to watch comedy and you're ready for it, that makes sense. At a political rally where jokes aren't vetted and all of that, which he probably wouldn't have done it if they were, it's just simply not the right venue for this, especially if you're telling jokes like that, because a lot of these types of people on any side, any kind of confirmation bias you get from people, whether they think it's a joke or not, they're gonna kind of take as like, oh yeah, this guy thinks what we think, and they're gonna take it and they're gonna take jokes and they're gonna keep doing it, and it's only gonna hurt the people. It's completely counterproductive to their goal of getting people to vote for Trump. If anything, it's only done so much harm to that side. If you're gonna do these jokes, do it in a comedy club, do it somewhere else. A rally is just simply not the place to do that.
All right. Excellent opening statement. Katie, it's up to you to defend. Go ahead. Why is this not cringe?
Well, Tony Hinchcliff, he's the best open mic host that America's ever seen. And he used his open mic expertise on the Trump Vance stage. And I think he killed it.
Got it. So according to...
Why do you think he killed it?
It's in the name, Kill Tony. He always kills it.
I think he came up as Tony Hinchcliff, though, aside from the podcast branding. So for people who don't necessarily understand who he is or what he stands for, which I would say is the majority of the audience, I don't know that that's a fair defense for people who don't know who he is.
I mean, it's comedy, okay? We're all thinking it. He said it. He's just not afraid to say what he thinks. Same as Trump. I think perfect.
So
perfect
freedom of speech is certainly an amendment, right? Spencer, what amendment is freedom of speech?
Oh, that is the most important and first one.
First Amendment rights, absolutely. He can certainly say what he wants to say when he wants to say it. Obviously, I think you would agree there can be backlash for something like that. Though I will say again, it is simply not the right place to do it. I completely respect your opinion on this, but I can't agree with you. I think this is just not the right place to do it because people are going to repeat that. People are going to say it who maybe don't have the same comedy prowess that he has.
Duly noted, Counsel Barrett. Counsel Bray, do you have any statements on this?
Nope.
Counsel Potenza, do you have any statements on this?
Yeah, no, I think I agree with Sean. I don't think it's the right place. I think a comedian should know when to accept certain jobs. Mm-hmm. There are certain jobs that a lot of comedians aren't cut out for. There was that one guy that hosted like the Oscars or something like last year. He got roasted for it. I think it was the Oscars, but he yeah.
That's right. Yeah, and he got really roasted for it because he made a bunch of shitty jokes that didn't work in the venue.
You gotta know
Yep.
if that is something that like you're able to handle.
Mm-hmm.
This was not a situation that this guy was able to handle. I mean, like, he's kind of a nobody comedian, right?
No, he's massive.
Yeah, he's very popular.
He does. Do you know Kill Tony?
No.
Oh, it's like probably one of the biggest like comedy shows nowadays.
Really?
It's huge. No, not even that. Now they do like stadiums and stuff. But aside from that,
this guy's filling out stadiums.
Oh yeah, with like Shane Gillis and like Adam Ray and everything.
Group, they banned.
He's the head of it though. It is called Kill Tony. But I have one more thing because there was so much backlash on this that I just saw a clip today of Trump talking about it because there was so much backlash that it ultimately falls on him, and he was like,
yes.
Yeah, Tony Hinchcliff, don't know him, never heard of him, don't know who he is.
But he knows him.
So it's really, comedians do these things all the time. So we don't vet the jokes. It's not my fault.
Maybe we don't hire the funniest people,
There are many funny people in this world. He is not one of them.
Tony is certainly a funny guy, but again, this is just not the right venue.
He dropped the ball. All right, jury, let's talk about decision making. You've heard the arguments front and back from both sides. Mr. Crandle, what do you think?
The jury thinks that if Mr. Hinchcliff had to the right of him a panel of Shane Gillis, Donald Trump, and Joe Rogan watching him give the speech, then it would have been appropriate. But given the context, it is not.
Got it.
Dude, that's good.
Trump insists he doesn't know. Go ahead and play it just for funsies.
It was breathtaking.
Trump this morning telling ABC News he has not watched the comedian's comments, insisting, quote, "I don't know him. Someone put him up there. I don't know who he is."
Got it. I don't know who he is. Yeah.
It's breathtaking, folks. You wouldn't believe how breathtaking it is.
If it's good, he was supposed to be there. If it was bad, I don't know.
Yeah. So I
don't know.
I think
good
this
defense.
Yeah, I think this represents, I'll take the burden of proof because I just love this fucking new mallet. So I think this represents a pretty good telling of the nature of the Trump campaign to organize something, for them to just put this man in front of the entire nation and not vet his jokes and maybe, sort of like lean him in a certain direction. Like, yeah, he's supposed to be an unhinged comedian, but like this is the wrong fucking place for it. There's certain things you shouldn't say during a eulogy or you shouldn't say during a political rally, and this is like one of them. So unfortunately, Mr. Hinchcliff, the Tony Hinchcliff fucking comedy special at the Trump rally is cringe. Wow.
Lost another one.
Awesome.
I'm going to break this table. Next up, we've got a very contemporary case. We have a cosplayer who's made a severe mistake. It's WholeWheatPete doing a costume that is pretty much cancelable. Let's roll the clip. So what we have is a gentleman dressed up as Justin Bieber and a man following him in a P. Diddy mask throwing money. It's a dual costume. They've taken a lot of pictures together. And I believe at the end of this clip, they did a skit where it has the P. Diddy character pouring baby oil on him. Yep. So here is the man dressed as P. Diddy pouring baby oil on Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber, who no doubt was extremely traumatized by this, is now having his trauma sort of displayed in front of many, many people. Counsel Bray is being assigned to defend this case and tell us why it's not cringe. Despite him thinking that he was the prosecution. Counsel Potenza, please tell us why dressing up like a horrible person along with his child victim might be cringe for Halloween.
First of all, I mean, is this Anime Expo? Like, this is some sort of like, this is a cosplay?
This appears to be some sort of cosplay con, yes.
So you have you have millions of characters to choose from. Mm-hmm. And you have weeks and weeks and weeks to prepare this.
Yes. And
this whole time, you are planning this outfit. And this is... in that time, you're like... Maybe you don't think to yourself, like, maybe this is a bad idea. Maybe we shouldn't go through with this. It's just crazy to me. Mm-hmm. They spent all this time, like, getting this costume ready... and not even thinking that it would have backlash like this. Because no one's really doing that right now. Like, no one has been...
No, this is way... I mean, not that it's ever...
So you're saying is the costume kind of ahead of its time?
ahead of its time. Well, this is so fresh too. This Diddy thing, and
like fresh, like it's cool, or like fresh, like it's new.
Fresh, like it's like new. This is like an open wound. And and
thanks for clarifying, Kat.
Yeah. And like like fresh, like that shit's fresh.
Yeah. Making sure.
No. Like this is brand new. All these people are just coming forward. There were like hundreds of. I think there were like 100 people that.
A lot.
100 and the youngest
10
one
years
being,
old.
like,
yeah,
9.
Oh shit.
Even younger, 9 years old. And so there are a lot of. Here's the thing: is that if you want to be edgy, there's a lot of fucked up things that you can make fun of. Like you can dress up as the Ocean Gate submersible. I've seen people dress up as the towers. Like you can do the edgy joke.
You just need to wait a certain amount of time. Is that what you're saying?
Not that necessarily, but I feel like there are certain things that like you can't really touch on. Also, like, isn't the EatItKatie kid white? Yes. So it's like a little bit of a situation.
Oh yeah.
It's a little bit.
Yeah, we had cases from like the last episodes where some people did their hands, which was a little bit more appropriate because you can't tell as much.
Yeah, if you can't tell it's blackface, it's not blackface.
Good.
You can at least go under the radar.
Good opening statement there, Council Potenza. Let's hear the rebuttal. Council Bray.
All right, I'm gonna defend these boys in 2 ways.
What's up?
All right.
What you
first,
got?
I got to tell everybody out there at home. These are clients of mine. Okay, I'm here to do a job. All right. It's the law that they get representation. I'm the fucking best. We're gonna help them out. All right. First, this ain't unethical court, Your Honor. This ain't immoral or degenerate court. All right. So I just want to go ahead and outline that. This is Cringe Court.
Yep.
Number 2, go to the video of the bathtub, P. Diddy standing over him. All right. Pause right there. Don't fucking move. All right. What is happening here?
A person in a
bathtub is putting baby oil on a person's neck in a bathtub.
Got it.
I don't see any fuckery here.
Well, the issue is that people say there's GBH in the baby oil, which would...
Council Barrett, finish your opening statement.
I swear to God, Your Honor.
Do not hold me in contempt.
Do not interrupt.
I do what I want.
You can do
Council
what
Bray,
you want.
continue.
I'm sorry. Nothing going on here. That's a
GBH.
Overruled.
It's GHB. All right.
Overruled.
Right.
Silence,
I
Council
learned that
Barrett.
in drug school. All right. Number 2. They're singers. They sing a lot. Neck hurt. Massage the neck with the baby oil. Don't get the baby oil on the hotel room floor. Don't see anything wrong here. I'm finished.
You've got to be out of your.
Oh, what about the GBH?
All right. He has said his term. Go ahead, Potenza.
No, because here's the thing. Like, all right, yeah, sure. It's not unethical court. It's cringe court. But you know what's cringe? Trying to be edgy with a joke like that, and then no one laughs. No one thought it was funny. Everyone just came around and was like, I'm not friends with that guy anymore.
No, that's true. There was at least 20 cosplayers who came out against them like an hour after this.
Yeah, you tell your edgy joke and then everyone boos you. That's pretty cringe.
That's pretty cringe.
I'd cringe if I was in that
Council
fucking
Barrett, what are
audience.
your thoughts?
Oh, I agree with Stanzi, but also like the baby oil is not baby oil. It's like laced with GHB.
You don't lace baby oil with GHB. We
apparently
straight GHB or straight fucking baby oil. We're not happy. You don't drink.
I'm sorry. Were you at the freak?
Yeah, were you at the freak off, dog? Like, put it in there and like, who's not going to be tempted by a massage?
Yet. I have never gotten an invite. No, I did not say that either.
Were you looking out for an invite?
All right. Hey, order. That's presumptuous. Presuming that he's been invited to a freak off. Council Molinaro, any thoughts on this situation?
Just they could have done a better job getting costumes,
Like if he did his hands.
Yeah, if he did his hands, it maybe a little bit better.
If he did his hands. All right, so we've got
I got a closing statement here.
Got a closing statement from Council Bray.
You cannot Your Honor, you cannot charge my client today for one reason.
What's that?
These are still allegations against Mr. Diddler, all right? We cannot hold, these are all allegations. You can't, thank you. You see that? Your law school's kicking in, finally. All right, you can't charge my client today. You gotta retry him. I'm telling you, Your Honor, this is
without evidence. These are just empty words to be.
So well,
on both sides. On both sides, sure.
Max, where's the Diddler's Fed case?
Currently, the gentleman in the Puff Daddy costume is simply dressed up as a person who has not yet been convicted of any sexually related crimes.
But what about a white guy doing blackface?
Oh, this is bad. This could be. I mean,
That is
that's
pretty bad.
that is a secondary charge.
I don't know who that is.
So if you do blackface, you have to personally know who the guy is for it to be bad.
My clients haven't done nothing wrong. Okay?
What other evidence do you
What did you just throw? What did you just throw behind you?
Nothing.
So Counsel Bray makes a good point that in spite of all this, the allegations against Puff Daddy have still not been proven in a court of law. So there's nothing wrong with one adult pouring baby oil on another adult so far.
My clients.
Well,
what's this?
was
I've
that
done
the P.
nothing.
Diddy mask?
That was
Where did you get
literally
that
a P. Diddy
Nothing
mask.
that was there.
Are you
and there's
hiding
nothing
evidence?
To be seen, my clients did nothing wrong. Keep it moving.
There's plenty of
Your Honor.
contextual evidence on this, but we have heard your claim, counsel. Let's talk to the jury. You've heard the evidence for and against whether or not this is a cringe costume. What are your thoughts?
The jury finds WholeWheatPete to be too ugly to play Justin Bieber.
Oh, wow. That is a good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've got an accusation of poor cosplay, failure to paint the hands,
We'll
which we
take
have
that charges.
arbitrarily
We'll take that charge.
decided is a
We
determining
will
factor.
accept those two charges.
Got it. However, in general, the problem is this is not funny. Not funny at all. They didn't get away with anything. And because their friends are abandoning them like rats from a sinking ship.
Real quick, the P. Diddy guy, his whole Instagram is called D-Pity. Does that mean he's doing this all the time?
Is he doing this all the time? Could we look at his account quick?
Legend.
He's
Who
a
the fuck said
legend,
that?
apparently. One of the jurors is speaking out of line. D-Pity. So I guess his whole thing is pretending to be Puff Daddy.
Oh man, he's got more followers than me on Instagram.
Oh, that's wrong.
That's upsetting.
Hey, come on.
That's your client, bro.
Is this just more and more of him pretending to be Puff Daddy in
I think
cons?
he does Deadpool.
Oh, he does a lot of different characters. So it's not his only thing, but he is definitely canceled.
Wow.
You know, the problem is I'm going to go back to Counsel Potenza's argument that this, at the end of the day, was completely unfunny. Was there a funny way to do this? Maybe, but it's not something that I can personally think of right now. Counsel Bray, you've got a final closing statement against this verdict that I'm about to render?
There is not a continuous habitual crime pattern being displayed. Please, Your Honor, show sympathy to my client. He is not a smart man. Neither is his friend. But this is a court of law.
How about I drink all the blood out of your body?
Yeah, that's good. Counsel Potenza makes a good point.
Thank you.
I'm so
I agree
sorry.
with Stanzi.
Dressing up as an alleged rapist and his alleged victim is always going to be cringe, no matter what the concept is. So I'm going to judge D-Pity and WholeWheatPete to be cringe.
Yahoo.
Yeah, I don't want to break the table because I definitely
Those
will
boys
if I
owe
go.
me some fucking money.
You did your best, Counsel Bray, but that was a very, very difficult fucking case. That was the odds were stacked heavily against you. Case number 3, you've got streamer Fousey fights an employee. Prosecution's going to be Spencer. Defense will be in the hands of Sean. Let's roll the clip. Hand that over to Spencer.
Oh, fucking A. Head's gonna roll.
I thought the
today.
prosecutor had it. Isn't that what
No, Spencer is the prosecutor.
Oh, I'm defense.
Yeah, your defense.
My bad,
You're
my bad.
fucked.
No, Adam grab suitcase. You get the fuck out of my house. What? Will try to come to my face that I paid for with a job that was gonna change your life. Yeah, because you ain't worth shit.
So
Go work at Chuck E. Cheese. Suck my fucking dick. Come here. Make me stuff.
Fousey fired a man, and they exchanged words on the way out, and then they started to fight a little bit. And they're using a number of profane terms. All right, prosecution. We just saw a very popular YouTuber assault somebody they had hired. There's an apology.
But I try my best not to cry. I've been under so much stress. I promised Eddie and Akil I wouldn't crash out like last year. That my adrenaline shot up, and I don't even remember the last 48 hours now that I'm out of it. And now that I calmed down, I'm realizing all the destruction that I caused, and this happens to me all the time. I'm not even gonna sit here and say sorry, but I'm trying to.
I love the shadow of
yes.
It's the best.
Now that my adrenaline dumped and I'm back to Yusuf, and I open Twitter and I see what Fousey did, I'm like, I feel so much better now, though. I feel free. I feel so free.
Got it. So, Sean, are you familiar with Fousey? Can you give us a briefing?
I am. So, Fousey Tube, real name Yusuf EatItKatie, is a popular YouTuber, now a live streamer on Kick, I believe. He came to prominence early on in YouTube when the prank era was popular. He did a lot of the fake pranks and things. Since then, he's kind of rebranded. He's had a lot of mental breakdowns, a lot of mental issues. And all of that, he every I'd say 18 months he has another breakdown or of some sort. He certainly struggles with mental illness and all of that. And this is not the first time my client has come up with this, but it certainly won't be the last, because we do wish him a speedy recovery, because he is absolutely dealing with something right now.
Got it. Opening statements, Counsel Bray.
Well, we are here to deem this man cringe.
Put your mic up.
Pardon me. We are here to deem this man cringe. Let's start off. I don't even know what the fuck this guy does. So I personally, I don't know. Is he he looks like a reggaeton artist? He looks like
he's a streamer and a YouTuber.
Sorry, just the pink glasses remind me.
Yeah, he looks like Bad Bunny or something.
Yeah, so I don't really know what the fuck we're watching him for, but he said to the thing that really angered me is what he said to the person fixing the stuff at his house. He said, "This job was going to change your life." Doing what for this guy? That's cringy in itself. To use your power as a social media influencer to try to ruin someone's life, I believe is felony grounds for cringe.
Excellent opening statement. Let's hear your defense. Rebuttal.
Well, first of all, I want to say that for Yusuf to align with a guy like Spencer, who knows nothing about him or his case, is I feel bad for Yusuf. But as the defender of Yusuf, who is a great guy who continues to try and improve himself and make himself better, is an incredible thing. But I also want to ask for this case to be dismissed on an insanity charge.
Okay,
because this man
he's allowed to do that.
No, he's not.
He's allowed.
This man goes through it constantly. He tries to come back every single time. And also, like he said, there is a difference between himself as Yusuf EatItKatie versus him as Fousey Tube, because he is playing a character, and sometimes those lines do get crossed, especially with his mental illness. I think he struggles with bipolar disorder, and if anybody knows about that, you have hypomania and mania. I do believe he's in a hypomanic state right now. So some people might say he's saying this whole adrenaline thing of 48 hours he's not remembering, because he is in that state. He is in that highly agitated state where he doesn't necessarily know what he's doing. He does show remorse right now. He is not a bad person. He is trying to come back. He said he was going to leave from the internet forever, so long ago. Nobody wanted to do that because everyone wants to see this man win. But to put this man on trial who is not of sound body and mind is absolutely unfair. This man needs medical help. He needs to talk to a therapist. He needs to talk to a psychiatrist. We need to make sure he is on his medication, and that this is absolutely unfair. And I call for this just to be dismissed because my client is not in good mental standing.
Good rebuttal, Counsel Barrett. Katie, what are your thoughts?
How many takes for the apology video?
Enough for the cameraman's shadow to not be shaking. Clearly one.
All right.
Good. She has made a stunning point. I mean, he probably filmed that several times.
Also,
no, my client is in a highly emotional state right now. This is a one-time deal.
Am I going to...
Excuse me, a woman is talking. Can we talk about who was filming the initial blow up of him firing that guy?
He's always streaming and stuff. There's always some...
He 24/7 live streams.
He live streams 24/7.
So you could understand if you're 24/7 live streaming, emotions are going to be high. You're not going to sleep that much. These things happen, especially if you're a mentally ill person who's in the bouts of a crisis.
Who hires the people to follow him with a camera?
Him.
Wow. That was easy. All right. He's clearly not fucking insane, man. He just hired all these people to do all this. That's a person of sound mind.
A lot of insane people want to hire others to help them live out their delusions and whatnot. So I would.
All right.
Not insane to the point where he's an issue.
We've heard your rebuttal. Very good, Councilman.
Well, he is.
Any thoughts on Fousey Tube?
I mean, look, sure, you might be crashing out, man, but like, if this is your whole thing, and if this isn't the first time he's done it, like, you can't just be like, oh, I'm sorry, I was a little insane. I guess that means, like, I can't be deemed cringe.
I was a widow insane again.
Oh, I was a widow insane again. Yeah, well, like, I mean, tough nuts, dude. Like, you're filming your entire life.
Yeah.
You know, and then you're gonna crash out. Yeah, of course you're gonna crash out. Like, not to victim blame, but like you kind of ask for it in a case like
an
that.
insanity plea would be very effective in this particular case if this was the first time this has happened.
Objection, Your Honor. After the first time something happens, you don't just click your fingers and like, oh, okay, I'm not mentally ill anymore. This is my client's. This is how he makes money. What is he expected to do? Because he has been doing this. He was very successful at it for a long, long time. You know, issues aside, what is he supposed to do? Go work at Best Buy and then people to be like, oh, you're that guy that crashed out on a live stream? This is my client's only way at making a living. If you guys want to make it so he can't live anymore and he needs to live on the street, what do you think's going to happen? It's just going to escalate and become worse.
Duly noted. Jury.
He could go work at Best Buy. No one makes eye contact with the employees at
job.
Maybe Home Depot where everyone's mad at you for asking a question, but not Best Buy.
Insanity is trying the same thing over and over.
Oh no, I
Thank you.
didn't make it as a streamer. Now I can never work again.
I would argue that he's expecting the same results. Those
That's
results
how he talks.
being.
Yeah, that's how he talks in my brain.
I would expect he's not insane because he's expecting the same result, which is additional money, fame, and profit.
That's the definition of insanity.
No. But I believe that he knows the result of his actions. He
correct.
wants the money.
So of course he does. His goals aren't going to change.
No, insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results.
He is.
He's doing crazy things over and over to expect the same result, which is additional money, fame, and attention.
Yeah, but no, that's not the definition.
Yes, it is.
It's not the actual
But that's why I believe the jury is going to find him not insane. Bryson, what are your thoughts?
I'll shut the fuck up for that. Yeah.
He says the N-word a lot.
Got it.
Someone that's clearly not.
Well, he's manic.
I'll take the burden of proof, please.
Honor,
I
would
want to
also
know what the result is.
Well, you'll see.
You'll find out when you hand it over.
I'm sorry.
Keep your headphones
I would also
on.
like to point out
Head jury.
that Fousey is just the male Trisha Paytas. And, you know, we all know Trisha and Fousey, they both have their problems. They both have their breakdowns. But in the end, we all tune in because it's good content.
So you're saying
I don't tune in.
I will always defend Trisha Paytas. I think that
Objection, sexism.
Trish has been doing so well recently.
Wait, Council Molinaro, so do you believe that the Trisha Paytas parallel is accurate?
I don't think it is because maybe 2015, 2016 Trisha Paytas, but Trisha Paytas now, she's thriving.
So don't you think my client can get to a point like that? Like mental illness doesn't expire on a year.
Jury.
If he does some work, he could be Trisha Paytas level.
Yeah, exactly. Just because Trisha got there first doesn't mean Fousey can't get there eventually.
True.
Did Trisha say the N-word?
Probably.
Yes, privately,
I'm
yes.
gonna say yeah.
Trisha's done a lot.
Done a lot of stuff.
Done a lot.
Yeah.
This is a very highly contested spot. We have jury member A who believes that this should be not cringe. Jury member B who believes that he says the N-word too much.
He could be the next O.J. Simpson.
He could be the next O.J. Simpson because he's going to murder somebody.
Well, I mean, he could just plead insanity. Right?
All right, plead insanity. The insanity plea is court of locking. We've got
The glove does not fit.
Against Fousey.
The insanity is locking.
We should,
locking into what?
Cringe.
Got it. I am going. Now, here's the thing.
Oh.
I believe that we have a highly contested case here. The insanity plea may hold up. However, in general, it happens too often for it to be a legitimate plea of insanity. The fact that he continues to
That's how insanity works. You don't just fix yourself.
He knows that it's a profit center. He lives in a bigger house than me, I'm almost guaranteed. And because the act.
Well, the judge is paid off for sure. Yeah. Cringe, go ahead.
Fousey, God damn it. This is very cringy. Assaulting someone and then making a crying apology video. that's the whole brand. It's not funny. It's not good. It's not entertaining. It's not innovative. Although
it's entertaining.
Okay, fine. It's not innovative, and showing that he's sort of like stirred the drama pot this many times. The jury itself, if the jury were unified in this particular decision, I would come down on not cringe. But I'm so sorry, Fousey. This is fucking cringe. I deem FouseyTube cringe.
Yeah, he sucks.
All right, cool. Good work. You killed it. You killed it, Sean. All right, next up.
How much time
do we have?
You don't know who your client is.
Up next, we've got a voicemail. A caller has decided to vent his frustrations about speakers on the metro and action. Let's do it.
What's up? It's Marv Wallace talking. I'm riding the metro a lot, and sometimes people bring on big speakers or they play their TikToks on their phone at volume. And I just wonder, like, at what line is it cringe, right? Because, like, what if I forget my earbuds and I want to watch some, YouTube shorts and I want to brain rot on the subway, right? Like, I can't say that it's fully cringe, but also when I'm sitting next to someone and they're blasting it, I don't want to hear it. So, I would love to hear your opinions and have a wonderful day.
Got it. Thank you very much for that call. So I think this might not be very contentious knowing the personalities of everyone in here, but when people are next to you on public transit playing a loudspeaker, what defines it as cringe and what defines it as not cringe? Council Potenza, go ahead.
I think that if you are in a public space and if you're sharing a space with someone, you need to respect that space. It is not your space. It is everyone's space.
I agree. Go on, Council Barrett.
Yeah, it's obnoxious, like low vibrational behavior. It's terrible.
Council Bray?
Use science. Pull up a decibel sheet.
No.
Pull up the fucking decibel sheet. I want to see the fuck.
It's legal, yeah.
This is a societal thing.
It's
We're
legal,
end
but it's
today.
obnoxious.
Today, this ends. The loudness of the shit ends today. I want to see the decibel meter.
Great that it's loudness will end today. That's awesome.
I love fucking science, and I love to put people in. What does
this is about cringe, not legality.
That's right.
Nope.
And pissing me off is fucking cringy.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Council.
Where did it go? There it is.
Got it.
Where are we gonna get pissed off? What color do we get?
I don't want to hear boom or doom when I'm on the subway, dude.
No. That's not what we're talking about.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Scale. I know where Council Bray's going with this.
I must be on an island.
Like, where do we stop it? Are you allowed to go on speaker with your friend and have a phone call?
AirPods, headphones.
Yeah.
Yeah, respect
the other people
space
around you.
that you're in. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, it's 2024. You don't have headphones?
Yeah, I don't want to hear it from the windows to the walls. Like, well, I'm just trying to sit there and read my book.
With a fucking speaker? Are you kidding me?
I have used earplugs, and they said on them, these earplugs deafen stuff that's like 33.
Got it.
And I thought those were rad.
What are you talking about?
Order. Go ahead.
I can't say nothing around here. I can't say nothing around here. The decibel reading on the things that I had said 33.
Okay.
Which means like that's a number that it protects you from. These things that are loud, we need to decipher when is it
I believe I do believe I have an answer for this. I want to hear Council Molinaro's opinion. Go ahead, Council.
Just wear headphones in a public space.
They only do so much.
Order. Let's hear from the jury.
And if you're on headphones and other people can hear your music, your headphones suck.
Council.
All right?
Council,
get better headphones.
That's a different discussion.
I'm hearing Council. Go ahead.
I take the bus and the subway a lot. It's already very loud. The bus is loud. The subway is loud. If I can hear your phone, then it is insanely loud. You've turned it up to an insane degree.
Mm-hmm. You want it to be heard at that point.
Yeah, exactly. At that point, you are intentionally bringing it for other people to hear it, for you to troll them.
Yeah.
Dryson, do you agree?
Yeah. I actually want to defend Spencer really quick. For those of you at home, when he said color, we're looking at a chart right now with various colors. He was not referring to the color of the people that are playing.
Thank God you've cleared Council Bray
I appreciate
from an accusation of rage baiting. So I do have input on this. I do see Council Bray's point. Where do we draw the line? And I know where we draw the line. Here's where we draw the line. If you have an external device that is fucking cringe. If you have brought an external device to use, if you are on your phone and you happen to listen to a song, if there's a max volume that phone really can hit, and usually it's not going to bother people too close to you. Now, yeah, it sucks a little bit, but this is Cringe Court. We need to figure out a thing. And the voicemail says people who bring speakers. If you have if I get a call real quick and my hands are full and I got a bunch of shit, I'll put something on speaker, even if I'm on Subway. Maybe I have a situation where that's beneficial, or even like FaceTime where I have to hold it away. A little that. Very cringe, very cringe. But we need talking to a baby. We need to find a happy medium, because where do we draw the line? And I believe that we draw the line with an external device. Limited speaker use on your phone is fine, but this particular spot that the person is talking about, yes, if you brought an external device, you want people to hear it, go to hell. You're fucking cringe.
Thank you.
If you've got a case of cringe, call us and leave us a voicemail. The number is 202-820-5258. All right, up next on the docket, we've got female rage rituals. Let's roll the clip, bailiff. Oh my goodness.
It's raging time. Rage has been demonized and villainized, especially in the feminine. But our sacred rage is what has incited so many movements, created so much change on our planet. It is imperative that we allow ourselves safe spaces to release this fiery, hot emotion from within us so that it can no longer poison or toxify our internal emotional reality. Even though a volcano can be destructive in its eruption, ultimately that is also what creates paradise. We have to give ourselves permission to fully emote, to release that which has remained stuck.
God, it just goes on.
What
we just
That's 6.5 minutes.
What we just watched was a cinematic showing of women hitting the ground with sticks.
Does it escalate at all?
Yeah, they break.
I don't think so. Bailiff, can we find out how much this ritual course is?
Oh, it's a course?
Yeah, so we've got to give the burden of proof to Katie. Katie, you are prosecuting. Stanzi, you're defending.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Careful.
Counsel Molinaro, tell us why. Let's find out the price of this course first. And let's see if we can get a little bit more information about it.
I was sure this was parody.
Yeah, so this looks
I
like
thought it
parody.
was like a Funny or Die sketch.
Go ahead. If we can get a price within the next 30 seconds, we'll talk about that. But I'm going to have Counsel Molinaro talk about why this may be cringe.
The fact that I thought it was a parody video, 100% cringe. Like, what are they thinking? Into witching? Like, these are people who started selling Tupperware online. These are people who had Tupperware parties, and then they were like, hey.
We're not making enough money.
Yeah, what if we sold like femininity to women? Like, what? Who is this woman?
Well, we could find out. Is there like a little about thing? I could swear I saw a woman dressed as a witch.
I don't see any menus.
Ooh, we have some testimonials. I saw.
Yeah,
here we go.
Right there.
Thank God for me.
Living the essence of her teachings, the voice for Mother Nature.
Scroll down a little. Yeah, right there.
Oh, Mia Magic. With a K.
Mia Magic is the headmistress and founder of Witch School, an online school of magical artistry, and she leads retreats worldwide. I do say that's kind of interesting. I think our opinion is a little bit jaded because all we really saw them do was hit the ground with sticks.
That was enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the website alone, this is a woman who has never told no. She took one yoga class and she was like, I'm going to teach now.
Got it.
Yoga's going to be my thing. And then she's like, but I'm going to take it to another level, and that level is cringe.
That's very extreme. Very good opening statement. Counsel Potenza, what's your defense for your client?
Well, I mean, I think she's done more than just take a yoga class. It seems like she's actually studied a lot of different things, a lot of different, Buddhism and, ceremonial magic, priestess arts. I don't know. I feel like this is fine. Like, you get a bunch of women in the woods and you just let out rage. Like, I kind of like that. I like that you invite women into the woods and they just scream because, I don't know, life is hard as a woman. I want to scream in the woods sometimes too. And I think that's like a healthy way to get rage out, instead of killing your husband
Instead
and
of killing your husband. We do have...
Instead of driving the car into the lake and then blaming it on, someone else and having to go through a whole thing, you go through Mia Magic.
Council Potenza has a very interesting point, because if Mia Magic has prevented one family from being drowned in a bathtub, then all of this cringe may be, if the testimonial says, I was just about to drown my children while my husband was at work, but I decided not to thanks to Mia Magic, we might have something. So
you need an outlet.
I mean, you need an outlet.
If she is preventing murder.
I do see both points. Council Bray, what are your concepts?
I just like to place a monetary maximum of $200 per day.
Are we able to load that up?
If it exceeds $200 per day, I think we can start moving into cringe waters.
Got it. So
hotel room, $150, $50 for food, $200. That's where we set the limit. If it's more than $200, we're going to start throwing cringe at them.
I think the prices, are we able to see the prices inside of the comments? Yeah. Go ahead, Council Barrett. What are your thoughts? Tell us what you think, Council.
I mean, they're just hitting. You don't need to pay. You just go on a hike. You grab a stick. You can cry on the ground if you want. Like, I don't know what she said to these ladies to make them do this. I don't think it's just the sticks. Maybe she's like, maybe she has. I wasn't expecting to defend this. Maybe she has some words of wisdom that connect them with Mother Earth that do something, because there's certainly something to say about getting your feet on the ground and doing something. But I don't know. I personally absolutely hate this. But I don't know what to make of this. This is crazy.
Got it. Yeah, this is very interesting. The marketing material, I feel like, was shot all in the same day with the same group of friends. Council has made a very good point there. So, jury, head juror Max.
To me, this feels like the male alpha course for women.
Mm-hmm.
And women trying to do things that men do, that's super cringe.
I'll take the burden of proof back, Katie.
No. Manly stuff. No. I feel like the male courses are like trying to teach men how to be worse. How to be like worse and like get women to like them, and that's bad. Like, that's never gonna work. Like, this is just like women, they're like, hey, are you angry at life because being a woman is hard?
But are you a woman? So here's a stick instead of a piece of wood.
I think that's part of it. I think that's part of it. Like, I think they're showing you the stick part. I think they're showing you the stick part because that's kind of like the thing that's gonna get the reaction.
Yeah.
But it seems like this is just like a camping sort of retreat with women.
I don't think that the intent behind it is bad. I don't think like what they're showing for like tapping into like a feminine is bad. I mean more like a scammer sort of like.
Yeah, she's definitely got grifter energy.
Like grifting all these women into thinking like, I'm going to open up your inner priestess. Just like all the scammers that are like, they go to the guys go like, I'm going to turn you into the most alpha male.
I don't know. It doesn't seem like that. It just seems like, let's get these women together, have a good time, release some of the rage that you're feeling.
We've heard, all right.
It's like a rage room for women only.
Got it. Council Bray, do you have a closing statement on this one?
Kind of looks like Hogwarts.
Yeah, it does.
Thank you very much, jury, for pointing that out. I would just like to say
They keep going back to the sticks.
I think they're doing that on purpose, yeah.
Oh, so do we have a rage bait charge?
I don't know.
It's not intentional.
I might raise it to $300 a day.
This has to be over $2,000.
Yeah, there's no way it's $300 a day. It's
they're staying in a very nice castle.
These people are paying over $2,000 probably.
Look at those manicured eyebrows.
They are probably anti-vaxxers. They have no friends, and they're QAnon. All of them.
Got it.
I don't think, there's no way a QAnon woman would pay to do something like this.
What? They're vulnerable. They're sad.
No, they're like, they would look at that witchcraft. Wait, they're not involved in that.
Katie, can I get the burden of proof, please? Could we just do a quick Google search on anyone reviewing this, just to see if we could get any sort of testimonial that's not on our website?
QAnon people are not going to be going anywhere near something that has to do with your chakras.
This is big.
Got $4,500.
How many days is it?
It's 35 days. So I guess your point was correct.
Shut the.
Inside the $4,500 rage retreat. Dude, we got to start one of these scams.
The retreat is 35 days?
5 days.
No, I was kidding.
5 days.
5 days. What's the math?
So 5 days, it's $900 a day.
Yeah.
$900 a day for 5 days.
$900 a day.
That
is
triples
to
our-
give you a bunch of sticks. Listen,
But you're staying in a castle.
Staying in a castle.
You're staying in a castle, and like it.
I could travel Europe for less than that.
But I think that also depends on like what you want to do with your money. It's there, you know. It's just kind of like this is what I want to do with my money. With my money, I want to buy drugs. With your money, you know, maybe you want to go travel the world.
We've heard a lot of arguments for and against this. We are going to have to defer to jury. Is the jury united in their decision? What do they think?
Can we scroll back up? I don't think we appreciated that line with tits enough.
Yes, they've got lines with tits and sticks
God.
and all sorts of things. Very powerful image. Sacred Rage, the alchemical women's retreat. It does feel like comedy. Counsel Molinaro's point that it seems like satire is very on point. However, jury, are you swayed by any of this information?
I mean, these women seem like they're getting their money's worth.
You believe that $4,500 is a fair price for? Okay, no, this is relevant.
You're gonna stay in a castle.
You get to stay in a castle.
You're gonna stay in a castle.
All right.
You're gonna break some sticks.
You're getting fed. You're getting experiences.
Servants
What about
stay in
you handing out
castles.
joints? Like, it looks pretty cool.
Counsel Crandle, do you agree with Dryben?
Absolutely not. It sounds like a hung jury.
God damn it, we got a hung jury. Here's the thing with this, is that it just, like, staying in a castle is cool. Staying in a castle is cool. But I feel like if it feels like most of the experience is the stick thing. It feels like you get there and then they give you a couple sticks.
You didn't even look to see. But here's the thing: did you look to see? Like, we don't know what the package has. Like, we don't know.
Are we able to look at
We're
anything?
making
I
an
like the
assumption.
day schedule.
Yeah, like,
How many sticks?
do they have crazy rules? I need to know that. Like, are they not allowed to drink or
Because we
smoke?
determined a similar course to be not cringe in previous episodes.
Yeah, we saw the man version of this just based on like 4 seconds ago with this lady kind of screaming. Da, 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 da. Maybe this is just me being like misogynistic.
Oh, well, hey, there's a schedule. What does that
I'm a
say?
woman,
That's
I
a little,
hate it.
this text is small. Can you read that?
Bonfire.
So it's 3 days. Is that 3 days only? Okay.
3 days.
Friday, arrive onto land and orient presence, opening circle, container setting, dinner break, invoking the inner fire, a movement journey, optional yet ecstatically recommended, magical workings, lunch break, magical workings, dinner break. I bet magical workings is sticks.
I don't think that's sticks.
That's a whole day of sticks.
And you arrive at 2
You're
on Friday.
wrong.
Invoking the inner fire is probably sticks.
Well, there's no fire if you're just breaking the sticks.
But you're making Tinder for the wood for the fire.
Can we break down the timeline? You arrive at 2 p.m. on Friday and you leave by 2 p.m. on Sunday. That's only 48
Keep going
hours.
down. Maybe there's more. Wait, no, there's not more.
No, you're paying $4,500 for 2 days.
and for free time with the land.
Free time.
Yeah, that last day is just a wrap up of like, hey, we did all this
Paying
stuff.
for that is like paying
It's 2
for that
days.
because they want it.
Go
That's
back up.
true. They're allowed to pay for that.
Because they're easily manipulated people who are being controlled by this narcissistic woman
How do
who
we
has
know that?
some sort of control. I read her body language. They're all weak.
self-proclaimed
They're all weak people. She's like, feel this shit. Hit the stick. A bunch of bullshit. She's a charlatan.
That's conjecture.
Hey.
We don't know if they're all weak.
We don't know anything on this show.
He must be like,
Overruled.
witch!
I know how to-
Witch!
Yeah, witch.
Salem witch
She
trials.
does call herself a witch.
She calls
I
herself.
know. But you're treating her
Wait a
like
second.
you're like burning her at the stake.
We're not
Hell yeah, that's what we're
wants
doing
to
with the
be.
sticks.
We're not treating her with like anything. She literally calls herself. She says
Intuition.
she studies witchcraft.
She did spell it
No,
different,
but
so maybe
now
that
you're
means something else.
treating her like a witch, like she's trying to like manipulate people.
She is. What do you think this course is?
Oh,
Sunday's a wrap up with some.
retreat.
There's not even lunch on Sunday.
Okay, so are all retreats? Are all retreats?
No, not all
then-
retreats are cringe.
This one is.
We've
But
gone
why? But why is this retreat cringe? Because she's a woman.
A weak woman.
Oh God!
Not all
We're
women
getting
are
some
weak.
heavy
This one is.
territory here.
She must have had something really traumatic happen
No,
to her.
listen.
Thank you, bestie.
Like, did she watch her whole family die?
Did she?
by a stick beating? Yeah. Take the power back.
Anyway, sorry, Judge.
This ad does look pretty well produced. You know, I just
Nah,
can't
the
get over-
highlights are blown out. They don't have an ND filter on this. It's very poor. The shutter speed's too high.
I
It's
don't know what
garbage.
the fuck any of that means.
I can't go out.
John
I
Nah knows
can't
what I'm
get
talking
over the
about.
amount of sticks. You know, if there were a couple less sticks, I think I'd side with Stanzi on this one, to be honest, because there's honestly nothing wrong with inviting a bunch of your gal pals out.
They're not pals, though.
Spiritual gal pals.
Stop. One more time. Put schedule up on the board. Schedule up on the board right now. Schedule up on the board right now.
It's $4,500 divided by 2.
Yeah. I appreciate you backing me up, but we're not talking about that. Quick math. 9:30 Friday, 7:30 to 9:30 at night. They end at 9:30 at night. The next morning, they begin at 9 a.m. There's an 11 and a half hour drag. And then the next day has another 11 and a half hour drag. That is 23 hours of time that they are not responsible for you out of the 48 hours, which makes it even more of a scam.
Got it. We have a hung jury. We have a number of council members who have debated. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to deem this one, due to the financial nature of this and the preponderance of sticks, because that is way, it doesn't, $4,500 for that many sticks. Like, I want to see way more sticks. Either way more sticks or way different things on the itinerary. So I'm going to have to I love watching this.
Yeah, me too, dude. It's awesome.
Here's what I'll
she
say.
looks naked.
Like, go to a rage room.
When we saw the alpha male version of this, we did see things that looked like they had some bit of a budget. You know, we saw obstacle courses.
Yeah.
We saw buildings. We saw like equipment that looked like it cost money to maintain. This, unfortunately, due to the easily replenishable and cheap nature of the sticks.
Not one broken stick either.
They make them get their own
I'm
sticks.
so sorry. What's her name again? Mrs. Magic? And also she's a witch, by the way.
Magic.
She studied witchcraft. Witch. She says it herself. Mia Magic sounds like a witch name to me. All right. I'm so sorry, Mia Magic. Unless you revamp your course to include more value and fewer sticks, you are hereby deemed cringe.
I thought you wanted more sticks.
Yeah, no, if $4,500 should get me 3 trucks of sticks. If I saw
You just said fewer sticks.
Well, I am inconsistent.
Boo!
3 trucks of sticks?
Look, the thing is, if I'm paying $4,500 to break sticks, I want you to bring lots of sticks.
Yeah,
3 truckloads is
They probably have to go find a stick
I
that
feel like the
speaks to them in
value
the
add.
forest.
You need to figure out if you want more or less sticks.
I want less sticks and more cool experiences. I feel like they focus
You just
too
said
much
you
on.
wanted more sticks.
Well, one or the other. Either sticks as far as the eye can see, or just like one cool obstacle course.
Someone hand me a gun.
Yeah, good. We're gonna end Council Potenza here today.
Yeah, we all give you one.
All right. We have our final case of the day. We've got the Costco Guys on Fallon. Now, the Costco Guys have shot through their 15 minutes of fame and are now burning through, an hour of fame. They're so funny and charming that they've wound up on Jimmy Fallon. Let's take a look at the clip.
Jimmy hates this.
That's the best.
That first start off phase is
That's the
real
best
big.
part.
How do we do this now?
Here we go, Jimmy. You ready?
Yes.
It's AJ.
Big Justice and
the Rizzler.
And we're here with Jimmy Fallon, and this is the Boom Meter. Jimmy's gonna try the double chunk chocolate cookie.
All right, here we go. The double chunk chocolate cookie. I'm gonna give it a try. Cookie, you shill.
So, Jimmy, what does the double chunk chocolate cookie get on the Boom Meter?
The double chunk chocolate cookie gets 5 big booms. Boom! 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 AJ! Big Justice! The Rizzler, everybody! We'll be right back with more tonight. Stick around.
Got it. So
I could swallow a
there's
bottle of
there's no
ibuprofen right now.
There's no specific prosecution to defense for this one. Let's simply give our opinions on this ridiculous display of culture. Let's start off with Counsel Barrett, who has displayed affection for these guys before. Do we have another clip to watch?
Twizzler for the Rizzler.
This one's pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Rizzler. Let's see. Okay.
Got it.
I'm gonna give that 2 big booms. Boom! Boom!
2 big booms.
He's the only one out of them that's not cringe.
Yeah, all right, ready? Big Justice, you're gonna kill me, but ready? This is Halloween treats, all right? Here's raisins.
Come on.
Yeah, come on, dude.
If I went trick-or-treating and got raisins, who wants raisins when they're out trick-or-treating?
They're good for you.
I like like chocolate rings.
I love the Rizzler.
What the fuck is wrong with all of you?
Oh my God. Rizzler's cool as hell, right?
Rizzler's the best.
Yeah.
You guys are loving. You're the reason.
Rizzler's cool as hell.
Council Barrett is in huge favor of the Rizzler.
Yeah,
is Jimmy Fallon pulling this group onto his show, Cringe or Not Cringe?
Jimmy Fallon is cringe as hell for putting up with this. I think I heard one of the, he's just a total shill. I don't fuck with AJ or Big Justice, but the Rizzler is cool as hell. He's at the age where he doesn't really know what they're doing. He's just being a genuine little dude, and he's funny as hell. He's gonna be so cool, and he's older. Not that little Mickey Mouse guy though. I don't fuck with him.
Council Molinaro.
Look, I've always been a fan of the Costco Guys. I send Sean memes all the time. I send the videos. I'm like, I'm obsessed with these guys. But this took it too far, I think. When I saw them on Jimmy Fallon, I was like, no. Because who is watching them unironically is the question. Like
Sean?
Like who?
No.
No, because we watch it and we appreciate how insane it is. But who is watching this like, oh, I gotta know how many booms this got on the boom meter?
Good point, Council Bray. Thoughts?
Rizzler's so funny.
He's very
They're getting the bag.
They're getting the bag.
They're getting a big, heavy bag.
You think because they're making money, that's good? All right.
I mean, it's not good, but
got it.
Like, I'm double chunk chocolate cookie.
Do it like he does it.
Got it.
Double chunk chocolate cookie. If I had to do that like 5 times a day and get bank checks like that,
you do it, of course.
Fuck, man, we all want to do that.
Council Potenza, what are your thoughts on them being on the fucking Jimmy Fallon show?
Makes me want to swallow a bullet. Jim.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, that makes me want to just make love to the revolver.
Yep.
Have you ever heard him review Chipotle? The way he says Chipotle?
Oh, yeah, we shared that one. So funny.
It was like,
We've heard
Chipat. He goes, we're at Chipat.
And that's AJ or
it's like the adult.
AJ.
He's like, we're at Chipotle.
All right. So let's take a look. Jury, what are your thoughts on them being on Jimmy Fallon?
The Costco Guys obviously are a boom.
Yeah.
Them being on Jimmy Fallon, it's a doom.
Got it. And Drayberts.
I gotta be honest. That's the best episode of the Tonight Show I've ever seen.
Got it.
I hate
the jury is not hung on this one. Oh, God damn it.
He's aging so quickly. This was like 6 months ago.
No, this is like a.
So wait.
The
if
thing
you
is,
go to the one in the middle.
The thing is that the Costco Guys represent an illness in our world. They represent something.
What the fuck did that boy just say?
Let him do this. Wait, be quiet so we can edit it in.
Chipotle, and he's gonna make us his favorite dish, and then we're gonna give it a boom or a doom.
Now, before we get started, some of our viewers brought to our
Chipotle?
Chipotle.
He did it too.
We're at Chipotle.
Run it back like 4 seconds.
Wait, are they explaining why they're saying it wrong?
No.
Oh.
Because they think they're saying it
Before
right.
we get started, some of our viewers brought to our attention last time that when we were at Chipotle, we didn't say
I'm gonna
please
take a
and thank
nap
you
on a
for the
highway.
meal.
This is amazing. This is great.
Very polite.
That's it. They just say a bunch of.
The Costco Guys do represent an illness inside of the American brain that we don't want innovation. We want the same joke burned into our brains over
I'm loving
and over. Sean, thank you for your input.
I never want them to go
The jury
away.
is not hung. They seem to both love them. And as a judge, I need to listen to my constituents and
fucking
in a horrible and very painful ruling. Because I don't want to see this happen. We have to follow the will of law. And
it's still cringe. I love it, but it's still cringe.
God, it is still.
It's
it is
still
so fucking
cringe.
cringe.
It's cringe.
I can't even deal with this. Max, I liked you.
I said them being on Fallon was a doom.
Oh, okay. Well, then I misinterpreted your opinion. Yeah, dude.
Boom or doom, Judge.
Elevating these guys to the level of actual entertainers is a doom. This is the hawk to a girl over and over, and I fear for my son's life because for the rest of his life, I feel like as we age and as the internet gets more and more fucked up, more and more popular people and powerful people will just be like one-liner people. I'm the hawk to a girl. I'm the boomer doom. I'm the,
All right, give me what I want.
All right, it's a fucking... What? Bray.
Why do you say Hawk-Tuah with them?
Because it's a very similar.
Are they related?
No.
They ain't with the Hawk-Tuah.
It's a similar thing.
Hey.
I'm sorry, man. I Miss Stanzi Potenza, man. I'm sorry.
Entertainers with no actual talent essentially winning the lottery.
It's like Bart Simpson when he became the I didn't do it guy.
I didn't do it
right now.
Drop the hammer, rain blood.
I'm edging Stanzi on the verdict right now. The Costco guys on Jimmy Fallon are 100% fucking guilty of cringe. Boom! All right, tune in next time. And if you want, you should definitely listen to us on Spotify because we're just as entertaining there. And you can listen in the car where you're not at risk of getting pulled over for texting and driving or watching our videos. Just listen to us in the car. Listen to us out of the car. Listen to us all the time. This is a very special episode because it's like stacked with a bunch of great friends of mine. So I'm really happy about that. So if this one,
boom,
friendship's a boom. Fuck you. What an
friendship, five big booms.
Boom! Five big booms!
Boom!
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna give myself a fucking boom after the show.
Boom, Ray.
Yeah, a messy boom in the bathtub. Here we go. So I hope you all had fun. Council Barrett, where can we find you online?
Mr. Sean Barrett.
EatItKatie, where can we find you?
EatItKatie.
And Council Potenza.
At Stanzi Potenza.
Council Bray.
Faded Farming, Instagram only.
Let's take a look at Allie's gorgeous artwork. What did she make today? Fousey kicked off.
Fousey's looking a little darker, but I guess you only have so many.
We love it. Perfect work.
Wow.
Yeah, he did say the N-word.
He did say the N-word.
He got the pass.
Council, Mr. Crandle, where can we find you?
At Uncle Crandy.
Drobbits, where can we find you?
7 Eckies.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much for tuning in. Write to us at cringecourtshow@gmail.com to submit your case. Goodbye.
Boom!